Hello and welcome back to Not for Broadcast. I'm Tragically Tom, and I speak for the people. Day 278. A sign of things to come. Shopping, something that always seemed so tedious before the sanctions, has become even more of a chore now. You managed to get almost everything you needed for the family this evening, but you'll have to come back tomorrow to get through the week. There's a queue to leave the car park, although it's hard to make out why in the dark. Hopefully whatever's causing it won't be long. As the final car in front of you drives off, you realize the queue is actually due to a checkpoint set up at the exit. A friendly-looking man in an advanced uniform, CCO, emblazoned on a number of places on it, approaches your car and knocks on the driver's side window. Good evening, nothing to worry about. I was just wondering if I could see your team membership card, please. Weren't these cards supposed to be voluntary? It's true, I'm sorry, I don't have one. That's not a problem. We've got forms with us right here, and we're more than happy to sign you up. The man gestures to his colleague behind him, a young woman in a similar uniform. She clearly received the short end of the stick and is stuck with the paperwork. I thought these cards weren't required. Well, strictly speaking, they're not, but there's also loads of benefits to having them and no reason not to get one. His smile fades a bit, and when he puts a hand up to scratch the back of his neck for a moment, he leans over you, his presence now seeming a little intimidating. No thanks. Almost instantly, the friendly demeanor is gone and his expression is one of stern disapproval. Well, obviously I can't make you sign up, but I would strongly recommend that you do, and soon. We wouldn't want people to think you had anything to hide, would we? He takes a step back and gestures for you to drive on. You're sure you see him writing something down in your rearview mirror as you head home somewhat more hurriedly than before. Clearly Advance are very keen on everyone joining the team. Yeah. Day 290, an invitation worth ignoring? It's a Saturday, one of your few days off, and you've made the most of it, but as late afternoon draws on, the invitation sits pinned to the fridge, staring accusingly at you. The Channel 1 Gala is a mandatory work event, Bozeman was very quick to tell you. Also, don't you dare be late. I've already skipped work a weekend once, you can't do it again, best go. You can live with another note from Bozeman if you can keep your Saturday night. I mean, yeah, I've already skipped a work weekend once. Best start getting ready. You wonder if Sam will give you a lift. A drink or two might help with the enforced office socializing. Hopefully it won't be too bad. After all, you're pretty good at your job, right? I think so. A national news night. Whoa! Party! You barely arrive on time. You arrive on time, barely, at the Suavanian? One of the oldest and grandest hotels in the capital. You're surprised to see a queue to get in, and quickly realize it's because people are being searched at the door by some very military-looking personnel in smart attire. While you're waiting, you can't help but notice just how very opulent the building is, possibly the fanciest place you've been to in your life. You submit to being patted down and, with a sigh of relief, are let into the hotel. Once inside, you're directed to the grand ballroom, and following the signs, you marvel at the sheer scale of the place, and the amount of armed security guards. When you finally arrive, a very severe-looking woman at the door asks for your name. A very severe-looking woman. What does that even mean? I'm Alex Winston. She curtly checks her list before whispering something to the waiter beside her. You've made it just in time to be seated before dinner. Please follow Emmanuel here to your table. The waiter smiles at you and opens one of the great double doors, gesturing for you to enter. Immediately, you can see why it's called the Grand Ballroom. You pause for a second to take it all in. You feel a slight tap on your arm and Emmanuel gestures for you to follow him. He seats you at a table away from the central floor area, half under a set of stairs. Your view of the stage is, at best, partially blocked. Bozeman's definitely not happy with you at the moment. You're sat with some colleagues you've heard of around the Channel 1 offices before but haven't met. For the most part, they're considered slackers at best and about to be fired at worst. What category do you fit in? As the evening goes on, you hear Jeremy Donaldson receive an award for outstanding contributions to journalism. You also hear Megan Wolf accepting it on his behalf as he hasn't turned up to the event. Not unusual, apparently. But it's hard for you to tell much from your limited view under the stairs. You also notice a community cohesion officer hovering near your table. They seem as bored to be here as you. A few glasses of, no doubt, very expensive wine later, you see Bozeman speaking to a few specific tables, joined by what looks like Prime Ministers Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement. This is confirmed by an unimpressed nod from the CCO when you ask them, perhaps a little too loudly. Their presence sparks a debate between those at your table about the virtues of both advance and disrupt. You espouse how advance is making the country a better place. You argue in favor of disrupt when there are ideals of freedom. You stay out of the politics. You probably had too much to drink. Oh god. I mean, I don't really know a whole lot about disrupt, though. Or at least I don't feel like I have. Was that the nude protesters? Were they from Disrupt, or is that something else? You know, one of my high school teachers told me that, like, regarding politics, if you don't vote, then you can't complain. So, I guess I'm gonna go with Disrupt, because, I mean, I feel like Advance might have good intentions. Maybe just the wrong people leading it, or the wrong executions of these ideas. I don't know, everything just seems really dystopian. Like... oh my god. I mean, now that I really think about it, I can't really think of anything too bad that they've done. Okay, wait, I want to recap. I mean, it's hard to follow, because I'm trying to focus on, like, the censoring and changing cameras and stuff, that it's been really hard for me to focus on what's going on. The advanced people... Dude, I seriously don't know. Like, now that I've actually taken a moment to think about it, I really don't know. Okay, to be fair, all that taxpayer money, like, it's perfectly fine for people to express themselves with music or theater. There's nothing wrong with that, even if it's not great. But I don't think that the taxpayer money that went into, the musical being made by those people, I think that that's really misplaced. And so it makes it really questionable on what their plans are to improve anything. Because I mean, if this is what their priorities are now, and everything seems really sketchy with them too. So like, if you know what, yeah, if this is them now, I don't think that it is their time, I guess. I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna go with Disrupt. Just because Advance, even if they have good intentions, everything they're doing is really sketchy. So if I mean, I know I don't have to support either of them in this conversation, and this conversation might not even matter, but if I had to choose, I would probably say Disrupt. Because, I mean, yeah, and like with the membership cards, everything is seeming like it's going to become like a military state, I think is the correct word for it. Not too sure. You know, Disrupt, that's my choice. I've been sitting here for like 5 minutes. Alright, you end up talking and saying later than you thought you would, despite yourself. Sam isn't best please when you keep them waiting outside for 20 minutes, but it wasn't an entirely terrible evening in the end. You'd still rather have been at home. Maybe you'll skip the next one. Day 296. Here we go. Day 296. The heat wave. Oh, yeah. That do be a heat wave, though. Luckily, I have a fan. Hey.
You'll need to turn it back on again when it does. The gauge in the front view will give you an indication when things are hotting up, and hopefully even someone with your attention span will hear the damn thing sizzling. Don't lose control of the room. Bozeman out.
Okay. Got it.
Give me the willies.
10 seconds, everybody.
So I've got an actual.
Wait, so would I just have to keep checking it? Like I won't know unless I look?
5, 4, 3.
Good evening. I'm Jeremy Donaldson.
Hey, cool.
Our
We got a
main
new one.
headlines tonight.
Crazy Neil!
The World Council today established a military blockade to enforce the unjust and punitive sanctions now entering their 10th week. In a statement from team headquarters a short time
Those
ago,
look exactly the same.
Prime Minister Julia Salisbury issued a commanding response to this unprovoked escalation.
They both were exactly the same.
Were imposed, we have gratefully relied upon trade and aid from our worldwide friends who, like us, refuse to recognize their legitimacy. Today's escalation, however, is nothing short of an act of war. We call upon our international allies to condemn this blockade absolutely, and we warn aggressors to this country that we are neither meek nor defenseless. Thank you.
Oh my god, what have I done?
Blowing off steam. Ailing athlete Johnny Hamsleeves has announced today that due to general indifference, he'll be retiring from public life. Johnny, who recently split with long-term partner Tiffany Lamar, is still facing an uphill battle with a rare medical condition. But today said he will now be devoting his time to a new hobby and what could be his final months. Meditation has helped me conquer my inner turmoil, Johnny said, from a particularly uncomfortable position on the floor. Clearly, he's opting to step out of the limelight, enter a life of peace, tranquility, and banging on and on and on about crystals. In it to win it, exciting news from Advance today with the announcement of a new monthly prize draw for all team membership card holders. Every month, lucky winners from across the country will be picked at random to receive what Team HQ are describing as unique prizes worth more than money used to be. Take-up on the scheme has been much higher than expected, and if this lucky winner's delighted face is anything to go by, it looks like pretty soon everyone's going to have one.
Oh, that will tell me.
Despite initial controversy, Rivington's
okay, good to know.
Announced a huge expansion of their junior employment opportunity scheme. While originally greeted with skepticism, the popularity of Camp Busyfingers and its cheap and accessible workforce has grown beyond dispute, with today's announcement the next logical step in the program's growth. Rivington's Fist say their decision to increase the age range of their camp members was the obvious solution to the concerns about the production line's safety and efficiency. A spokesman said,
I don't think so.
Younger means more extensive training, and keeping them longer means they will get more responsible middle management once they reach the age of about 9 or 10.
What?
Leaders shipping out. The trap scientists undertaking a bold escape from Dante's taint have revealed which of their two erstwhile leaders will spearhead their journey to freedom. While throughout their careers it's been clear that Doctors Wong and Swartzborg and Horgensford have worked best together, it seems one of them is now going to be taking a back seat. Dr. Wong has always been the riskier of the pair, willing to push further and faster in the name of progress.
Yeah, I don't know.
Remember his now infamous exploding chimp trial. Let's hope that getting the team home sooner
doesn't
what? Mean they cut too many corners. Life during wartime.
Oh my god.
As if we didn't have enough aggressors on our borders, internal problems are growing for the government as radical activist group Disrupt caused chaos in Parliament Park last night.
No.
Scuffles broke out after the protests, resulting in multiple arrests and the injury of 3 community cohesion officers. Advance have yet to
I mean, that one looks cool
the reckless
and
fire
somehow
is
less
certainly
violent.
remembered by all those who have seen these striking images. As their actions escalate, people across the country are asking themselves, who are Disrupt? And what exactly do they want? Other than a new box of matches, of course. All this, and I'll be talking to some people with fascinating medical conditions, as well as one of the contenders in this
7,
Feline
6,
Football Championship,
5,
and her
4,
proud owner.
3,
That's up on tonight's
2,
National
1.
Nightly News.
Oh, great. Oh my god, that's going fast. Okay. Ah! It's fine, I got it.
But first tonight, our team of correspondents has been dispatched to every corner of the country to see how the people of this great nation of ours are coping with this unprecedented hot weather. First, let's go to Megan Wolf in Shining-on-Sea to see what the scientific community has to say. Megan, how's the weather there?
Oh my god, she's bald.
Thank you for asking.
Bald.
I'm here with Dr. Alice Burke from the University of Brixton. Are you enjoying the weather as much as I am?
Oh, yes, it's wonderful, isn't it? My eyelids are sweating.
And you're part of a team carrying out a study into just what's causing this unbelievable heat, is that right?
Yes, that's correct. Yes, we want to be able to reassure the public once and for all that there's absolutely
Come on.
nothing to worry about and that they can enjoy
Okay,
their
that was easy.
sunstroke and fossil fuels in peace.
You sound very confident about that.
Oh, very much so. I can say without any hesitation, there's really no cause for any concern here. I've actually left my car running.
So tell us about this experiment.
Well, we take data from weather stations from all over.
I wonder what they're
the world,
talking
like
about.
atmospheric samples, and we take all that and we feed it into this state-of-the-art computer, and very soon
I think I'll
we'll
check
get a
after.
high-tech readout of the
I don't
results.
normally check
Maybe
like the
this
other
is what I'm
cameras
saying.
after the broadcast, but I
should
might
just
check
say,
this one just because I'm
none of this
curious.
would be possible without the generous support of Rivington Smith.
If it's interesting, I'll include it in the video. Oh my god.
Unrivaled investment in our future, and may I just say, complimentary personal anecdote.
Okay.
Oh, here we go. And, as expected, everything is absolutely fucked. Hang on.
Oops.
This can't be right.
Right, but obviously you said
Okay.
a second ago that everything is absolutely fine, so...
Well, actually, under concern level, it just says, why, God, why?
We should be celebrating these wonderful results, I think.
Okay.
Yeah? We need to evolve gills within 40 years.
You look thirsty.
Here it
Wait, what?
just says, shit.
Look at you! This is meant to be a celebration! Can't go around looking like that!
Shit,
There you
shit,
go, much
shit.
better. Can I just say thank you again to Sophia Remington for providing all of this?
Everyone, we don't have long. Time is
It's running out. Absolutely right. That is all we have time for.
Abandon hope and return to the forest.
What?
Enjoy that. I'd like to thank Dr. Burns for just one opinion on the climate.
The sea will reclaim us all.
There you have it, Jeremy. Proof, if proof be need be, that everything is just fine. I'm Megan
Doesn't
Wolf,
sound like it.
here with science. Back to you.
Megan Wolf there, attempting to do some actual news. Next, it's over to Robin Short, who's in Scritchford with some of the winners of this week's team membership lottery. Robin?
Thanks, Jeremy. I'm here in Scritchford with Gary Failsafe, a janitor at the local school, and Amelia Jackhammer, an aspiring poet. Both of you were drawn at random from those who hold team membership cards to receive this week's amazing prize. How do you feel?
Oh my god.
Filled with fervent euphoria.
Yeah, good, yeah.
And all that we had to do was fill in a quick form or two.
Wow, that sounds so convenient. But we're all dying to know, what have you won?
That's right, Robin. I've won dinner with Julia Salisbury at one of the capital's top restaurants.
Wow.
And I've been invited to Peter Clement's house to help him dredge the gutter in.
That's absolutely terrific. You must both be over the moon.
I've written a poem about it.
So, can you tell me about the moment when you first heard the news?
Well, I was battling against a particularly difficult floater, probably one of the sixth formers, when the headmaster came and found me.
I was involved in a similarly brutal conflict with a particularly arduous stanza.
So you were both polishing turds?
No, I don't like to polish them. I like to keep them intact for my collection.
Oh,
Wait, what?
how unexpected.
I don't polish turds. I write poetry.
Potato, potato. So Gary,
Do you think
Wow.
Peter Clement
That's
was
rude.
offense of his downpipe?
There's no harm in asking, I suppose.
Would you like to hear one?
No, thank you. Gary, when you signed up for team membership, was it in hopes of winning the lottery, or were there other reasons?
I like a flutter, of course, but no. The boss said I had to sign up to keep coming into school.
Very sensible. It's important to know who we're trusting around our children.
Oh, I have an unpublished book of sonnets about children. Perhaps you'd like to hear one.
No!
Or an anthology of haikus on the death of innocence.
God, she's so rude.
About Gary's turd collection.
Really? I thought you might say that.
So rude to her.
Are you all right?
Yes, it's coming. It's inspiration, and it's delicious.
Right you are.
Oh god.
There's no news. Just a man who keeps multiple clues.
Here, this big one's my favourite. See how it's fibrous with really lovely texture.
Ew.
Would you encourage other people to enter for their chance to win?
If it's colour you're looking for, take a gander at old Blue Eyes here.
The national news lost its way when it covered some crap on a tray.
Some of these are quite rare.
Maybe that was unfair.
And that's all we have time for today. Back to you, Jeremy.
Thanks, Robin. What a lucky pair they are. And finally in this segment, it's over to
What the heck?
Patrick Bannon, who's gone to the smelliest town in the country to see how the unprecedented weather is affecting the locals. Patrick?
Hello there, Jeremy. Hello, yes. I'm here live in Grizzleford, which has recently voted the smelliest town in the country. And I have to say that, you know, in this heat, the smell really is. I mean, it's something else.
Oh my god, I completely forgot to put ads.
Lardons, mate. You've lived here your whole life. How'd you put up with the stink?
Well, we're just all very proud of our achievement, to be honest with you. You can tell that. Look at him, proud as punch. Do you know what it's like?
Oh, never mind. I did do ads.
Smelliest town?
Huh, I don't remember doing that.
The shadow of Arseminster. Those smug fucks. But who's laughing now, eh?
So what, not me, that's for sure. So what happened, mate?
Right, the good people from Willington's Fist came in and saved the day with their factory.
You're talking, of course, about the newly built flour factory.
Yeah, they gave us this big presentation on jobs and growth. But as soon as we heard about the stench, we paid them whatever they wanted to put it here.
Does the stink not affect your life in every way, Barry? I mean, perhaps if you're filling in a tax return or completing the physical act of love.
It's strong at first, but you get used to it after several weeks of your first bout of sickness.
Okay.
The judges were very
Oh my god, it's so fast. Oh my god.
So, what's the sickness?
That's nothing
Huh?
to worry about. It takes a few minutes before you develop any
What the heck? I couldn't move it.
Now, folk are saying something about the production line and how they dump carcasses directly into the water main, but I think it's probably the few valves on the high street.
On the high street? Should I see a doctor? What are the symptoms?
Well, the first one is asking stupid questions. Then folk experience a loss of inhibition.
Fuck off, do they? When was the last time you brushed your teeth, you stinking old tramp?
A next recording is a period of randomly bursting into song, followed immediately by delusions of grandeur.
Oh, that's not really a common little song of my life. Hello, it's sexy Patrick Bannon, and he's wearing sexy shorts now. Oh my god, look at me. I'm like
Come on.
I'm gorgeous, why didn't you tell me?
Okay.
I should take my shirt off. You know what? I'll even let you touch me if you want.
That will be the bout of undeserved self-confidence.
Love the Bannon, feel the Bannon. Oh man.
Me too, Jeremy.
And
Me too.
On me. All that's left now are the hallucinations and unconsciousness.
Nana Dottie? Was that you?
Don't forget about that pesky power button on the fan.
No, I don't eat opinions.
I didn't know I had to keep the fan on. I thought I would just turn it on whenever I need
Don't
to.
worry, folks. Once he wakes up, he'll be just fine. We'll just find a place to stick him where it won't matter how many times he evacuates his bowels. Right, that's all here from Grizzleford, a town that's really making a stink. I'm Barry Lardons. Back to you, Jeremy.
Thanks, Barry. With a naval blockade being set up around our coastline as we speak,
Oh yeah.
when we
forgot
come
about-
back, I'll be talking to 3 members of the general public who appear to be here purely for medical reasons. Don't go away. Unless, of course, you've got something better to do. We'll be back after these messages.
1 minute back.
Oh.
Well, that was stupid, even for you.
I don't care. It's done. I am done. It's 200 fucking degrees in here, and I can't do this anymore.
You say this every Friday.
I've done something.
What do you mean? Jeremy?
My mic is still.
Huh.
The next guest has some unsuitable opinions for the evening news. Keep your eyes and ears peeled for subversive talk. It would be nice if you could try not to undermine the station tonight. People are starting to notice you now.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News with me, your host, Jeremy Donaldson. Later, we'll be talking to the captain of the territory's first cat football team, Professor Pumpkin. But first,
wait,
I'm joined by
cat
guests
football
with
team?
some balmy bodily behaviours. Joining me is a woman who's been hiccuping for over 9 months. Isn't that right, Miss Piercy?
Yes, that's right.
Yes. Tell us, what brought all this on?
Well, it's all a bit of a blur, Jeremy, to be honest with you. See, I was watching your show, and I remember seeing the news about the election, and it hasn't stopped since.
Fascinating stuff. Also here is Frankie Steampipe. Perhaps you could explain to us exactly what your physiological fourboil is.
I'm here to say it's high time people like me were respected. We're constantly overlooked in the workplace, we're whispered about on buses, and we're asked politely to leave children's birthday parties. And it's disgusting. I'm sorry, my bowels have comic timing.
And finally, I'm joined by a man who answers every question honestly, even when it isn't aimed at him. How do you cope with that, Mr. Truman?
With a combination of booze, self-hatred, and hardcore pornography.
Is that
Not according to
What a coping mechanism. Uh-oh.
In that case,
Stay
let's
on.
go to Rose. Tell me, how does the hiccuping impact you?
I get shushed a lot, which is hard. At work, they've asked me to stop answering the phones. It's really affected my confidence.
Well, I find it really fucking irritating.
Do people tend to believe your story?
Fuck no.
Actually, I've been surprised at how much support I've received.
And Frankie, why have you come here today?
Because my wife left me, and I was hoping that the fame would win her back.
We've started a group for people with ailments deemed broadly comical by society. It's called Take Us Seriously.
That's right. And we bloody well mean it.
And who's joined so far?
A bunch of fucking losers.
It's just us so far.
And how much success have you had?
Well, we've seen some real positive changes.
I don't want to toot my own horn, but it's been a runaway success.
Shit all. Not a single person comes to our fun run.
God dang it.
Fell in the canal.
Well, Miss Piercy, some people are saying your condition was actually caused by the shocking events of that night. What do you think?
Come down, Mr. Donaldson.
What do you think?
What it'd be like to have a pair of tits.
Could
What it'd be
you?
like.
I'm sorry. It's very hard. What was I thinking?
That you're a team fuck puppet,
No.
or a sellout cunt.
Apologies. Just a reminder that he can't help it. And hey, if this isn't live television, then what is it?
Fuckfest of propaganda masquerading as journalism.
Right, Frankie, Rose, tell us, how can the viewers get involved with your cause?
Yes, we're holding a sponsored run in Capital Park next weekend. It's called the No Smiles 13 Miles.
No, it's called the No Laugh Half. What did I say before the show? What did I say before the show? No, I didn't say.
Wow, we may have to end that now. What a harmless bit of fun. What a harmless
Steady on! That's exactly what I'm talking about. We demand respect!
Yes, well, later, I'll be talking to the pumpkin.
What is going on?
Is that really necessary?
No, it isn't. Let go.
Not you.
Hand him up once.
Enough! That's enough! That's enough! Enough!
What are you doing?
Oh my god!
What are you doing? Alex, cut.
Don't you dare!
Alex, cut.
Don't you dare cut to the ass before I tell you to. Dare cut to the ass before I tell you. You in the broadcast centre. Both of us in the broadcast centre. You listen to me. You cut the ads before I tell you to, and I will kill every single person in this studio.
All right. Oh my God.
I've been thinking about it for a long time. We all should be. Christ, it's so fucking hot in here. Do you remember when we used to do the real news? Before it was all lottery winners and bloody cat football? We are on the brink of a siege, the likes of which the world hasn't seen in hundreds of years. The enemy is at the gates, and I'm stuck here talking to these three fucking idiots. Talking to these three fucking idiots.
I think my guts have stopped.
You get the fuck out of my studio. Go on, now, go. Before I change my mind. Now, go. Before I change my mind. Jenny, lock the doors. Jenny, lock the doors.
Yes,
lock the doors.
Yes, Jeremy.
Good. Yes. Now. Good. Yes. You in the broadcast centre.
Yes, I'm here.
You listen to me.
I'm paying attention.
Now, I'm sure you've already loaded up exactly what you're going to play in the commercial, but today's going to be a little bit different. Look to your right. Yes, really. Look to your right. There is a VHS tape, and I want you to load it. I want you to load it into one of your machines. And when I say so, and not before, you play it. And not before. You've got about 15 seconds, so I wouldn't waste any time. About 15 seconds, so I wouldn't waste any time. All cameras. All of you. All cameras. All of you. When we come back, we're going to do the fucking orders. And because every single thing that comes out of the studio is either one-sided or banal, we're going to show the other side for a bit of fucking balance. Are the good old days. Balance.
Oh my God. You know what? I haven't been censoring like anything so far, so why not go all in? Full send. Let's do it.
Alex, play your fucking tape. I don't want to hurt any of you. If I see anything I don't like, I will not hesitate to start by killing this man. Now, reset the system for the third segment. I imagine the ratings are going to be through the roof.
We are disrupt. We are the resistance. It's time you knew the truth.
Okay.
No advance are lying to you. You know the elderly are not a burden. You know the rich were not all evil. And you know the team membership card is an ID card, no matter what they try to tell you. But why should you trust us? Another faceless organization. A shadowy figure with a distorted voice. You've seen it so many times in the movies.
Oh, I just realized the ratings.
This is not a movie.
Oh my God,
My
it's...
name is Alan James.
It's that guy!
I used to try and shock people for a living. For entertainment. But now we live in a time where perhaps you need to be shocked. Perhaps we need to wake up. Advance are coming for our freedoms. They are coming for the fruits of our labors. They will take our wealth. They will euthanize our parents and smiling throughout. They will turn our children against us if we voice our concerns. But you don't have to accept it. A great many people already won't. You can resist.
And the
You
studio
can
doors are all
disrupt.
still locked?
Find us.
Yes.
Talk with us. Join us.
So what now?
It isn't hard.
I don't know.
We're everywhere.
This wasn't what I planned. I mean, some of it was. I had a speech, look. But this was unexpected. This was unexpected.
So what now, Jeremy? So what now, Jeremy?
It was supposed to be your day off. It was supposed to be your day off.
Please, don't do any more stupid things today. Please, don't do any more stupid things today.
How long, Jenny?
10
You're
minutes.
already live. You're already live.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News. Welcome back to the National Joining me, unexpectedly, for I very much imagine will be my last broadcast, are two new guests. Jenny works here at the National Nightly News, and is someone I consider... well, a friend. Well, and next to her is... What's your name?
Andy.
What's your name? Andy's a policeman. Only we don't call him that anymore. He's a community cohesion official. He's a community
Officer.
cohesion official. Sorry?
It's as Community Cohesion Officer, CCO.
And how's that feel, Andy? Being rebranded?
It's good. It's not about confrontation anymore. You know, the Force had its fair share of problems. The team doesn't have as many.
But it still has some.
I couldn't say.
Couldn't or wouldn't? Couldn't or
I
wouldn't?
don't know what you want me to say.
Christ, you're fucking useless, aren't you? We'll come back to you later. Jenny?
I don't want to be on the news, Jeremy.
That's perfectly understandable. Who'd want to do this? Who'd want to do this? Jenny. Why did you join the National Nightly News team? Why did you join the National Nightly News?
I always wanted to work in news.
Yes, but why specifically this program? Yes, but why the National Nightly News?
It was the news everyone trusted.
Was?
It was the news everyone was. Is. Do you really want to quibble semantics at gunpoint?
Is there something else you'd rather discuss? Is there something else
There's a
you'd
great
rather
big
discuss?
Alan James-sized elephant in the room you seem to be ignoring.
What do you mean?
I saw your face when that bid came down. You didn't know, did you?
It's about the message, not the messenger. It's about the message, not the messenger. No. I didn't know. The people I met were with... He wasn't there. I didn't know it was Alan James.
I'm sorry. But seriously. Alan. Seriously. Fucking James. You're flushing your life down the toilet for... God, I love you, Jeremy, but... I love you, Jeremy.
He's a good speaker. He's popular in the country. He's popular in the country.
That right? That right?
Look, forget Alan James. There is still something deeply wrong. There is still something. And you know it, Jenny. And you know it, Andy. And you know it, Jenny. And you at home, you know it too. And you at home, meanwhile, you know it too. I'm interviewing a guest who stinks of shit. Patrick is paddling about in shit. And Robin is literally interviewing someone who collects the fucking stuff. I mean, it's not sophisticated, Paul. What a metaphor. We are sleepwalking our way into oppression, and the news isn't saying anything. We're not saying anything.
Says who? Alan fucking James.
What are all those scientists working on at Grantham Downs? What are they testing underground at Altergrave? Andy, your turn. Make yourself fucking useful. How many people have you brought in for consultations just because they weren't carrying or didn't have team membership cards?
Oh, well, there's other forms of identification that we will accept.
For how long?
We're just here to help.
Then why do you need these? Not really help when it's offered at gunpoint, is it, Andy? Let me demonstrate it for you. Let me help you. You eat these cards with my notes on it, and you'll probably digest a fact. That'd be helpful, wouldn't it, Andy? Knowing a fact?
What? I don't understand.
Do you want my help, Andy?
Yes, whatever you say, yes.
Security are here, Jeremy.
Eat it.
Security are here,
What?
Jeremy.
Eat the fucking news, Andy, or I'll force it down your fucking throat.
Jeremy, stop.
Go on.
Really?
Eat it. Eat it, you fucking bully.
Jeremy, stop. He will kill you. Please, don't make me watch that. Please, don't make me watch that.
Of course. You're right.
No, don't give up now.
Sorry, everyone. You can put the card down now, Andy.
I mean, yeah, don't make him eat the cards, but don't just give up now.
You too, Jenny. Fuck off over there. And then he done. All cameras on me. This new regime of ours is so seductive. I understand that. But before we all hand off our freedoms, should we ask to whom we're handing them over? Don't you want to know what's being done in your name? How many people were transitioned last month? A record high. Again, if you care. Shouldn't someone ask Advance how they plan to deal with this blockade? How many years or months of supplies we have? Why aren't we asking these questions instead of whose shit is this? There's a cat backstage dressed as a fucking goalie, for Christ's sake. He's even got the little gloves. Anyway, that's why I arranged for you to see that broadcast from the last break. I didn't know it was going to be him, but I guess that just about sums it up. We're all up Ship Creek with a paddle made of Alan fucking James. Christ is also fucking pointless. I was going to quit tonight. Take a holiday. Try something else. Out of the limelight. Maybe try having a relationship. I hear they're nice. Never tried.
I can tell.
I loved the news. And now, well...
God, Jeremy, don't!
I've tried my best to be honest with you, but this just isn't the news anymore. And I'm sorry. I've lost this fight.
Cut to the ads!
I've let you down.
Please, we can't show you. Cut to the ads!
My name's Jamie
Now!
Donaldson.
Do it now!
If you
know what? No.
Somehow. And I envy you if you can. Have a peaceful night.
Jeremy!
This summer,
Your podcast complete! Yay! My heart is racing. Oh my god! You know, being the broadcaster is not the hardest part of this game. It's freaking trying to figure out what's right. And I know I shouldn't have shown that, but I wanted... what I was thinking was, like, how else are they going to know what happened or see the effect of what Advance is doing? Like, they're not going to take some crazy newscaster with a gun seriously. I mean, it shouldn't have come to this, but I don't know. Oh my god. Okay. At least I did pretty good. I've received a small bonus. Current wealth, crippling debt. Okay. Whew. Okay. And I want to know... Yeah, the heat wave. I want to know what was being said.
We'll be going live to the newsroom. But
So just give me a second.
Let's take a quick peek.
Absolutely glorious, Jeremy. Thank you for asking.
Are you fucking kidding me? She's on a beach with a fucking cocktail with what looks suspiciously like actual news.
Would you rather she was here with you? Because that's been going so well recently.
No, I don't want that either. What I want is, well, never mind. Right now, I'd happily settle for a desk fan.
Bozeman will never approve it.
Do you know they have dinner together?
Who?
Bozeman and Megan, and Bozeman's wife, who is lovely, apparently. Who could have thought it? Bozeman managed to persuade some poor, hapless victim to shackle themselves to his ego.
Your mic's still live. And I have met Bozeman's wife, and she is lovely, actually.
What do you mean you've met Bozeman's wife? How come you've met her? I don't even know she exists.
Because in the 8 years I've worked with you, I've never seen you attend a single workplace social event.
I hate them, they're agonising.
Yes. Imagine the horror of spending an evening with your colleagues.
I'd rather spend an evening with that fucking rapper.
Do you remember when you used to be fun?
Yes, it was about the last time we did the actual news, wasn't it? Before your lot turned into this shit.
I'm sorry. My lot?
Well, it's not my fault, is it? Why are you even here today? I mean, it's supposed to be your day off.
I am not talking to you.
Well, there didn't seem to be anything too important or like enticing or anything, so I'm gonna end this episode here. So thank you guys for watching. If you're enjoying Not for Broadcast, be sure to leave a like to let me know, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Holy crap.